Duolingo can teach you a lot of things, but a language is not one of those things. So, in my opinion, Duolingo is a great case study in marketing. They have what I would assume is a great social media marketing team because they're actually a great case study of what great marketing looks like if you're a brand. But at the end of the day, I think that when it comes to learning a language, this is not the place for you to go. So when it comes to apps like that, because I'm not just saying Duolingo, right? There's also like Rosetta Stone and Anki and other similar ones that I feel like are a lot about drills. So when it comes to apps that are about drills, I think Duolingo have taken it one step further because they're also a game app. And I think there's a lot of people online saying, hey, this is a game app, not a language learning app. And I do tend to agree with them because like the layer of gamification is really attractive to users. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Duolingo and similar apps, the drill part of it, which is actually something that's very similar to what we do at school, except at school you don't have the gamification element. You have the stern environment element, if you will, but at the end of the day, you also do a lot of drills there that don't help much either. So I feel like, the feelings you get, because it's kind of like a game app and all of that stuff, the feeling you get of fun progress, it's just a feeling. But at the end of the day, the core is the same as what you would get from other similar apps, or what you'd get in school, or what you'd get in, let's say, boring books that want you to do grammar drills and stuff like that. It's all the same thing, it's just dressed differently, and so it looks different, but it's not really different. So I myself have learned a lot of languages. I currently speak 8. I've learned a couple of others that I wouldn't say I speak yet. And I have a lot of polyglot friends. I have coached people on how to learn languages, but I'm also in polyglot groups, both informal ones and a formal organization. So I know a lot of people that have learned languages. And this is my experience, but it is also theirs, that a language is best learned through good quality input. And then eventually when it comes time, of course, you also need to produce some output, right, in the form of speaking and writing. But language is about immersion. And immersion doesn't mean packing your bags. It can also mean just getting very good quality input through, let's say, the written word, or, audio or movies, or it can be anything. But at the end of the day, it's about a lot of exposure, making sure that you find something that is fun to you, but fun and effective. Because if Duolingo is fun to you for some reason, I don't think it is effective, because it is at the end of the day a drill. It is not natural content, and it is not just this kind of input that you can let's say figure out your own patterns, or like you can see how the language works. Language learning is a skill. It is not a game of memorization and drills. It is very much a skill, like riding a bike. It is not like, you have to cram for an exam. Very different to that, because English is not my first language. For me to be able to speak like that and words just come out of my mouth, that is not me remembering grammar tables and drills. That is not me remembering a fill in the blanks exercise with like a word that needs to go in there. That is me having been exposed to enough content in English and having practiced enough as output in English. So this is what helped me learn all of my languages. It's a comprehensive input method, and it's actually something that works, that truly works. So it doesn't matter if you use one of the language companies out there that offer products around this method, and that have built platforms and apps and courses around this method. It doesn't matter if you do that, or if you pick up one of those intro books with dialogues and you start learning through that, or if you pick up your favorite book in a certain language and you start with that. It doesn't matter what you do. I have nothing to sell you here. What I'm telling you is just my opinion, that this way is going to work much better if you focus on comprehensive, if you focus on that good quality input, whether it be through a book, another app, a movie, a teacher that has actually has experience with that kind of teaching and believes in that, or if you just start off on your own, or if you just pick up one of the many language programs that exist out there. I'm not saying that there's one best thing and one best way, but drills will not help you, because this is a skill. You need, in order to speak languages, you need something that develops that skill. I don't think Duolingo does that, and I don't think that a lot of the apps on the market do that. So if you want, I could do a review of what apps I think do that, and maybe like good intro books or what have you. But at the end of the day, yeah, just want to say that there's many apps out there that are great marketing lessons, and that's that.